Hi guys. So yesterday I went to a friend's baby shower and it was slash pool party. Um, I went there with two friends that were one of them was driving there, and I stayed for about 6.5 hours there, which is pretty incredible because I was able to mostly have conversation and be kind of upbeat the whole time. I had a bit of struggle at first, within the first hour and a half. Um, because I think I'm just so used to being home and kind of in my world and in my bubble that sometimes it takes a bit of adjustment to be around other people and people who don't necessarily deal with illness at all, and I can't expect them to, necessarily. Obviously, I'm not expecting to talk about being sick or anything like that. Um, but in the same time, it's a bit of a clash sometimes. Anyways, it's a bit hard to explain right now, especially with my semi-functioning brain. Um, but I worked hard yesterday at not getting, discouraged at how I felt and just being okay with what I am. If I needed to sit there in the shade for a while and not say anything, that's what I needed to do, and that's what I did. Um, so I think it was by far the longest that I've been out with friends, and actually, that's not true because the picnic was longer, but regardless. Um, I came home and things kind of came crashing down, which is normal. I think I would compare it to when, when you do your final exams, for example, or when you have something really stressful coming up, you're okay, okay, okay. And then when the release of it all, that's when you start feeling bad, and that's when you start getting sick. Well, the same thing happens to me, um, but probably in like kind of higher extremes given the state of my health. And so I came home and I was literally shaking, and so my hands were shaking. And this was not necessarily the case, 30 minutes before. So it's really the kind of release, the couch. I arrive on the couch and I started shaking, started getting pretty bad muscle cramping, pretty bad neurological issues when I would if I carried something, I carried a bag up the stairs, and then it just felt like streams of water were going down my finger. And so at first I thought it was actually water. Turns out it was just inside. And I've gotten that, and I I have that once in a while. And then yesterday was a lot worse in my feet and my hands. Um, my head was also pounding. My nausea was really intense, and I was just exhausted. I couldn't. At that point, I couldn't have cooked myself anything than that. I did have some tomato sauce that Jan prepared that I heated up. So, for moments like this, it's incredibly important for me to have food that's ready, especially since we don't eat prepared foods, and so if I haven't or Jan hasn't prepared the foods, it's kind of difficult to eat. And yeah, and I just felt a lot of chest tension last night after that, and it was a bit difficult, a bit discouraging. I still think it was very worth it to go, and so I'm not doubting that. But um, this morning I woke up and I'm in much better. Sorry, I'm in much worse shape than most other mornings in the last week. For example, um, I have a very nagging muscle pain all over my right body, and in my back. So getting up is difficult. And it essentially seems like I went through a huge physical effort yesterday. So you know how the people were running the Ironman? Well, I ran my own Ironman last night, and that's how tired my body is from it all. So definitely feeling the ripple effect of that. Um, it's a bit more difficult emotionally as well because that kind of physical exhaustion gives me just this feeling of kind of feeling a bit emotionally, I'll say unstable. I don't mean that too seriously. I just mean that I could cry, I could not cry. It's a kind of state of confusion, and I know this state. This is one of the reasons why I need to manage my energy a lot, um, so that I don't get unnecessarily upset just because my body and my brain are so tired. I'm definitely going to take it easy today. And I'm very happy that I got to hang out with friends yesterday, even though, well, I got to pay for it a little bit. That's just how it goes right now.